Fall in love with the man that God is creating you to be. Fall in love with that person that God is creating and shaping you to be. A lot of times we get stuck in this place where we don't understand why we can't elevate our lives. Because a lot of times we are the ones holding ourselves back from elevating. We get stuck onto people. We get stuck into past situations. We get stuck on things we cannot control or change. And up to this point in my life, I'm a 22-year-old person. I'm not trying to change what has happened. As a matter of fact, I'm trying to look forward. As an individual, have you been in that place? Have you ever been in that place where you wish or feel like you could have gotten that girl or that guy or that old relationship back? Even if it was toxic or even if it was bad at a point, there was still some goodness in that toxicity. But that's the thing about toxicity. There's nothing good about toxicity, right? A lot of us want to go back and fix things. Everything isn't meant for you to fix. Everything that happened in your life isn't meant for you to backtrack towards. Everything that you go through, because me and my boys, we talk about this all the time. Everything happens in this life for a reason, right? Those failures you experience, those times in your life where you wish things could have worked out differently. Well, maybe God ordained it for that to happen. Maybe, just maybe, you were destined for greater, because you are. You are destined for more than what you were given. Those people gave up on you. Those people didn't believe in you. Maybe they saw something in you, but they wanted something from you because they didn't truly like you. Well, growing up in this world as a Christian follower, as someone who is trying to continue to forgive others for the way they've treated me, to love one another as you love yourself, right? And to also realize that God is love, it is very, very important that you stick to your scriptures, that you stick to what God wants from you. Because oftentimes we get caught up in this place where, oh yeah, because they're treating me this way, now I can treat them however I want. I can do whatever I want. And I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all, bro. In this life, that's not how this life works. Because yes, you treat others how you want to be treated, but that doesn't mean it will be reciprocated. It's not always the point in the fact that it's not always the fact that you want something back from somebody, but it's about how you continue to show your godly love. It's about how you are setting a standard about who God is. Because people should be able to see God through you. People should be able to grow by seeing your energy, your fruits. And, I had this conversation with my friend about this term called the winter arc, because that time is coming. As y'all know, I'm a weightlifter, I'm a fitness dude. So the winter arc is where you lock in, you cut off anything that's distracting you and you kind of focus in and lock on that. But instead of it just being a winter arc, I want you to make it a part of your life. I want you to take this winter arc term and make it a lively arc. Don't continue to allow things, people, ideas to distract you or blind you from what matters, because they didn't like you anyway. If somebody is willing to say they mess with you and then they're willing not to talk to you, or they're willing to treat you any type of way or act like you're not even there or do this and that, be willing and ready to cut them off. Be willing and ready to look towards God for greater blessings and greater people. Because as long as you are standing on your purpose, as long as you are leaning on to God for that purpose and for you being yourself, your number one, your genuine self, the right people will come around you naturally. The right healthy relationships will be created naturally. You don't have to keep forcing things with people. This life, this Christian walk, is not about forcing things. That's what I have to continue to tell myself when it comes to a relationship. You don't have to force anything with a girl. You don't have to force anything with a friend. You shouldn't ever have to force yourself to put yourself in a situation. Because everything that's from God is healthy and natural. But also, it may be uncomfortable at the same time. Getting to know someone is uncomfortable. But forcing yourself is when you start to do the devil's work. When you force things and it's not natural, there are no blessings from that. You cannot bear fruit, natural, healthy, nourished fruit from things that are forced. Now, this is a shorter video. I just want to be honest with you all right now. Get out of this place right now. We have 3 months left in the year. Get out of this place right now where you are holding yourself back from chasing God's purpose for your life. I want you to get rid of external and internal distractions, right? Deal with your internal problems with God. But anything externally that's holding you back, whether that's drinking, smoking, scrolling, nasty relationships, dead relationships, cut it off. Cut it off. It's doing you a disservice. It is not doing you any good. I need you to find something you love, find something you're passionate about, and lock in on that for the rest of this year and so on. Because it's going to be super key as we go into 2026. It is super key that you finish this year strong and that you're able to create that relationship you want. Because all of us want love. But how can you have that loving partner if you aren't willing to focus on your purpose? Because if you are allowing a person to come before your purpose, you will never ever be able to see how God can really transform your life. Because the right person comes around you whenever you are locked in with God. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. Take this video, apply it to your life. I hope you watch this entire video. As always, God bless every single one of you.